going on, guys? Hunter here. We are ripping out some shrubs for this new landscape here. We are tearing out the old and bringing in the new. So this landscape right here has been there for like 2 years, and it's been looking like this for 2 years. And we redesigned them something, gave them a quote on it. They went for it. So here we are starting the job. I actually had to rip out 3 shrubs, but I only turned the camera on for these 2. I kind of forgot to turn it on for that one, so that's my bad. But whenever I go to turn this one around, you'll see the shrub that I dug out is a little bit bigger than the other one. There it is right there. So I'm putting them all in a pile right there because what I'm going to do here in a minute is take them over to the woods and toss them in there because they said they didn't mind if I did that. And so that's what we're doing. And I got to readjust myself here for the next shrub. So one thing to point out here when we're ripping out these shrubs and everything is you don't realize how close that bucket actually has to get to that house. It's actually quite freaky how close that bucket gets to that house whenever we're ripping out these shrubs and everything. And I have to be very, very, very careful when I'm ripping out all these shrubs. And see Matthew getting a little bit closer there. I guess I was making him a little nervous, I don't know. But didn't get a good grip on it, so we're going in for another scoop. Got it. And so you notice after I rip out these shrubs, I'm kind of shaking them and kind of making sure that I get as much dirt off of them as possible. That way we keep as much dirt in the flower bed as we can, and also it keeps the mess down too, because we do clean up the job every day after we leave, and to keep it looking good for the clients and everything while we're not there. And so we always like to make sure we keep the debris down as much as possible. So here we go, picking up the shrubs with the bucket and the claw there. See, I can get them all in one scoop. I always make sure I pile them in a pile all together. That way I don't have to turn around and grab this one, turn around and grab that one. And they're all just in one place. So I can grab them, pick them up, start tracking towards the woods. See, when I get to the woods right here, with this boom, I'm able to reach way off in there, drop them, and back out. And that way they're way off in there and you can't see them and everything. So here we are right here. We're tilling up the bed. This is the first initial till just to kind of break the ground up, get everything workable. Here in a minute you'll see us till in some topsoil with this dirt, and the reason we're doing that is because this dirt right here, you can see it is it's just kind of a red clay looking, sandy looking dirt, and it's just not the right kind of soil that you want to plant your plants in. So and the plants they had in there previously didn't do well with it, so we figured we'd go ahead and till in some good topsoil with it. And I say we use topsoil. This is actually cow manure. It's called Black Cow, and it's in that yellow bag right there. You can see a bag of it. And basically all it is cow manure. And if you don't know what manure is, it's basically cow poop. And so that's what it is. So we're tilling in cow poop into the ground. And you can see it's changing the color of the dirt there just a little bit. And that's what you want to see. You want to see that dirt change colors. And that way you know you're actually doing some good with it. And so hopefully this will help bring up bring the pH to the right level and get the soil right so the plants can thrive in it. And all that good stuff. So you see we're raking up everything into piles there, trying to keep everything clean as we go. I mentioned earlier we clean off the job site every day before we leave, and we do that every afternoon when we get done working. We blow off all the sidewalks, sweep everything, rake everything out, get everything looking really good. And the reason I do that is just because when we leave the job, I don't want to leave it a mess whether we're done with it or not. I like to clean everything up. That way if they have company over and they see it, you know, it doesn't look like a mess. And you know, really it never gets perfectly clean when we leave in the afternoons. There's still dirt stains on the sidewalk and everything, but we clean it the absolute best we can with what we have. And so that's what we do. And I just like doing that. A lot of people don't do that, and a lot of people say it's a waste of time because you're going to do it every day, but I like to keep everything looking good as we go. So that's just how we are, that's just how we roll, and so that's what we're doing. So got the front flower bed done there, and now you see we're starting over here on this next bed. So this next bed right here is going to be rocks and pink muhly grass right here. This is just kind of the this site right here has just been kind of an eyesore for the clients, they said. They could never get grass to grow here. They could never get anything to do good. So we figured we'd just rock it, put a few plants in there, and make it a landscape. So that's what we're doing. You see I got the mini excavator there, just kind of smoothing everything out and grading it. We actually had to, right now all I'm doing is just kind of scraping the grass out and getting it prepped. On this job right here, we actually had to dig quite a bit of dirt out of the spot right here because you can't really see it from this angle, but there was a hump right in the middle of that triangular area there. And we had to get that out, and we had to get the grass, just the dirt, just a little bit below the concrete so that when we put our rocks in, they won't wash out onto the driveway and everything. So like I said, right now we're just kind of scraping the grass out, getting everything kind of cleaned up and ready to prep. So here in a minute, you'll see me actually start to dig a little bit on this and start cleaning it up a little bit more. All right, so right here, hopping on the excavator, first thing we're doing is we're taking the blade and just kind of cleaning off the excess dirt so we can actually get to the ground and see what we're working with. So here we go. I'm just taking the bucket, and all I'm doing is letting the teeth just kind of scrape the ground a little bit, just kind of getting that top oil dirt off there. I'm not doing any hard pressure digging with it or anything. I'm just kind of moving slow with it. One thing, the main focus on this job with everybody, not only just me, the whole crew, I've told everybody, look, let's just take our time on this. Let's do it right. It's going to take a little bit longer, but this is a quite tedious job, and we've never done anything quite like this. So it's really been a learning experience for everybody. So I told everybody, I said, look, let's just take our time. Let's just make sure we do a good job on it and everything. I don't want to get in a hurry. There's no rush. You know, I don't care if it takes us a week, and it's actually taken us. We're actually on day 3 on this job, and we should finish up. We're building a walkway from the end of the driveway to the pool. We should finish that up tomorrow, and then Monday we'll come back and put the final touch on everything, and we'll finish everything up. So we're actually coming out pretty good on this. 5 days is what we have on this job, and I say 5 days. That's about 5 half days, something like that. So really about 2.5 days is really what we actually have on this job. But anyway, see, we're coming along pretty good. I was trying not to dig too much out of this area because it's super easy to get kind of, machine happy and dig a lot out and get yourself in a mess. But you see, I'm digging out that edge right there. We're digging out that edge that we're right there, so that way whenever we go to put our rock in, the rock kind of just falls over into the edge and doesn't wash out on the driveway and everything. So I think I mentioned that earlier, but I just wanted to point that out again. But anyway, we got it looking good. Clean everything up now, and that part right there came out pretty good. All right, so this is day 2 of this job. We are putting down the weed prevention fabric, and this right here is just to keep the weeds out of the beds and everything. What we do, we put the weed prevention down first, and then we come back and put our plants down after. And reason being is because we tried it both ways, and it seems like it's just easier to cut a hole in the fabric, plant the plant, and then cover the plant back up than it is to cut the, plant the plants, then cut the fabric out from around the plants. It just seems like it's harder that way. But some people like to do it that way, and if that's you, then that's you. But we like to do it that way. So, right here on this part. This is where you saw us digging out everything and getting it level. This spot turned out really, really nice. I was very happy with it. We actually did double up on the weed prevention fabric here, and reason being for that is we're putting down gravel as opposed to mulch or pine straw, and the gravel is going to be more wear and tear on the fabric. And I didn't want to take a chance on ripping the fabric and being a big hole and it looking bad or whatever. I mean, of course it's going to be covered up, but I'm still kind of particular about that. So I just want to make sure it was done right. So what we're going to do, what you'll see us doing after we get it all covered up, we'll go back with another layer of fabric on this, and that's just for when we toss the rocks on. It'll keep it from tearing and ripping and just making a mess. So if you see us doubling up on it, don't think we're just doing something stupid. And there again, it might be stupid, but I just want to double up on it just for keep it from ripping and everything. So but this spot right here, I was very happy with how level that it got. I mean, we were able to get this spot pretty spot on, looking good, and it looks really, really good after we get the rocks on. But I believe the next thing you'll see us doing is putting the plants in on the front landscape and possibly the side too. So anyway, all right, finally to my favorite part of all our landscapes, putting the plants in. This part right here, I don't know why, but it's just my favorite part because it seems like it just makes everything pop, makes everything seem like it's coming together. An interesting fact, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this or even showed it, we do use an electric auger to put in all of our plants, dig our holes for our plants. It's made by Ryobi. It's a 40-volt tool. There it is laying right there. And I have the 4-amp battery in there right now. Dig as many holes as you need with that 4-amp battery. We use it on every landscape job. Highly recommend the tool. And I need to film a video on that pretty soon to actually show you guys how it works and everything and how great of a tool that it actually is. And so now KJ is mixing a little bit of plant soil conditioner in there, putting the pine straw on, getting it looking nice and good. Now it's time to get the rocks delivered for the side. We are actually getting another rock delivery tomorrow, fun fact, or actually today when this video comes out, we're actually getting another rock delivery. This was 2 yards of rock right here that he's delivering right now, and that's what's going in that little corner pocket there. So, and I do apologize in advance. I did not video us installing the 3 pink muley plants in there. I didn't move the camera around, but we did install those already. So here in a second, it's about to flip, and you'll see us installing the rock. All right, so right here we're installing the rocks. One thing I wanted to point out, I ordered 2 yards of rock and hit it just perfect on this. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. And you're probably wondering, how'd you do that? How'd you get just enough rock to do this spot and everything? Well, we measured it, number one, and we figured it. So how did we figure it? I have an app called Gravel Calculator on my phone. Not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I did some math equation and figured out this and that and did the triangular. I mean, no, you can do that. It's very simple to do. It's not hard at all, but it's even simpler just to use an app. And that's what I've been doing a lot on my stuff. I have a mulch calculator. I have a gravel calculator app on my phone. Figures everything for me, and so far it hadn't failed me. And actually, it's worked out better than what I could do it by hand. I hate math, but these apps make it just simple. So if you hadn't ever tried an app for your figuring stuff, I highly recommend trying it out at least once. Maybe double check it by hand if you're not sure about it. But so far so good with me. It's worked out pretty good. So just want to point that out. And we had plenty of rock. Everything worked out just perfect. Couldn't have worked out any better. So I'm really glad this part turned out quite smooth. Alrighty, so we got the gravel in. This is pink muley grass is what this is. We were going to go with pampas grass, but we decided to go with pink muley because it's less aggressive growing. The pampas grass you put in, it just takes over. So we put that in there. Looks really, really good. Gravel turned out perfect. 2 yards of gravel hit that just perfect. Got the front pine straw in, all the plants. These are junipers, golden mop, cypress, juniper, golden mop, and did the same thing all the way down. Went with pine straw. We were going to do brown mulch, but we went with pine straw instead, and it worked out perfect because the pine straw matched all the pine straw around the trees. So what you're looking at right here is 20 bales of pine straw between all these trees and what's in here. A lot of pine straw there. Got it looking really, really good. Everything just worked out perfect. We came in yesterday, did all the bed prep on everything, and got everything even with the excavator. Tilled everything in, put some topsoil or compost in there, prepped the rock bed, and got everything ready. And so that pretty much finishes up the first half. The second half, we got to build a walkway from the end of the driveway to the pool, and then put the rock bed around the pool and everything. So we'll come in and start on that this week, probably finish it up sometime next week, and we'll be done with this job. So what's going on, guys? Hunter here. Hope you enjoyed that style of video there. I changed it up a little bit. I did a voiceover over the whole thing, entire thing, and took me a long time to do it, but I think it turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. I want to know what you guys think, though. Reason I did a voiceover was because I feel like when you do a voiceover over certain things like that, especially these landscaping jobs, it's very educational, or it can be educational, and you can learn about how we do things and why we do things. And also it helps you, actually watch the video and know what we're doing. It kind of answers some questions for you and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Like I said, I feel like it turned out pretty good, but I'd love to hear from you guys and all that good stuff. And so this job right here has been quite the job. I mean, it's been a lot. And I think this is today's day 3 on it. Tomorrow will be day 4, and then Monday will be day 5. So we're actually going to have 5 days on this job. And I say 5 days, I mean, it's literally probably 5 half days. So about 2.5 normal days would probably be about right on it. Accurate statement. I'm actually keeping track of the hours on it, and I'm keeping track with everything. So at the end of the job, I'll give you a final walkthrough of it and show you the final results of it, and I'll actually tell you how many hours we had on this job. So I feel like everything came together really, really good. We're actually building a walkway from the end of the driveway to the steps on the pool. So we're actually working on that today, and we're going to finish it up tomorrow. And then Monday, we're going to finish up the landscape around the pool. So y'all guys will get to see every bit of this. I'm actually filming every single part of this entire landscape. And so you're going to be able to get a full inside view of how we're doing this job. And I'm very excited about this video and the next one. And there might even be a third video, final walkthrough, kind of final explanation with everything. So really excited about it. Hope you guys are too. So I think that's about it. I just wanted to hop in here and kind of wrap this video up, kind of explain what I did with the editing, and tell you about what we got going on. So appreciate y'all guys watching and subscribing. If you're not subscribed, you need to hit that subscribe button. We are almost to our 1,000 mark. I've got to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. And whenever I get monetized, I'm going to do a big giveaway. I've got a lot of stuff in the works for that. Still working on that. And I will let you guys know as soon as possible about what the giveaway will be. So that being said, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all later.